All right, and we are live. Welcome back with Murphy Mac to another episode of the Fitness Beginner Podcast. What's up, everybody? I hope y'all had a great week so far. Sorry, I'm getting a little echo in my headphones. Try to fix this. So, yeah, we're going to hop into the quick tip of the podcast today. And today's quick tip is we're going to take it to the nutrition side of things, and we're going to keep it simple and basic. And the most simple way to put nutrition, in my opinion, is to prioritize whole foods, unprocessed foods in your diet. So, what is a whole food? A whole food is anything that's one ingredient, anything that hasn't been mixed or combined or processed with some other ingredients. So stick to these whole foods. These foods are going to typically be rich in nutrients. They're going to have lower added sugars. They're going to have lower unhealthy fats, lower artificial additives. So focus on your fruits, your vegetables, your lean proteins, whole grains, healthy fats. This is all going to support your overall health and well-being. All right. So yeah, that's gonna bring us to the main portion of the podcast. Sorry, I'm trying to fix my headphones. They got me all jacked up right now. They're real echoey. All right, let me see. Okay, that's better right there. All right, there we go. Sorry about that. We're gonna hop into the main portion of the podcast, and today's podcast topic is about how a fitness journey has changed or impacted my life for the better. So first and foremost, we're gonna start before the fitness journey and then lead up until now. So what happened before the fitness journey? So basically how my life was before I started the fitness journey. I started my freshman year of high school and I started working out because of sports. I played football, baseball, and a little bit of basketball at the beginning stages of high school. And this is why we started working out, just to get bigger, stronger, faster, to be able to compete better when it comes to sports. And initially, I was very skinny. I was always on the skinny side, very high metabolism. I mean, I played sports growing up my whole life, so I was very active, always running around, multiple practices a day. Like during the summer, my freshman and sophomore year, I would literally go to three different practices a day. I would go to basketball first, then football, then baseball, all on the same day. And then on the weekends, I was playing travel ball tournaments. Like I was very active. So with that being said, I never could put on any weight. I was always very skinny. And although this didn't really have like a big effect on me, it was very attractive to put on some muscle and get bigger and stronger. So I didn't really have any health issues or lifestyle problems before. I mean, I was on the skinnier side, so I guess you could say I had a little like self doubt, not being like very full. Like my body wasn't very full. I mean, I wasn't overweight, so I wasn't having those problems, but I kind of had like the opposite effect of being overweight. Sometimes being too small can be a bad thing as well because people just think of you as a scrawny little skinny kid. You know how it is. So putting on muscle and size was very attractive to me at that age when I was younger. So the next part is the decision to begin. So honestly, I didn't really have a decision to begin. Like we had a workout period. They were going to make us work out for sports. We didn't really have an option. As soon as we started working out, and as soon as I started seeing some progress, started seeing me put on some size, put on some strength, I immediately got hooked. Like I liked it a lot. I liked the whole processes of training, getting stronger, seeing the results, getting back into the gym, and restarting the whole process over again. So I fell in love with the journey, with the process, and this is how I stayed so motivated to start my fitness journey. Like I didn't have a specific goal first, and then that's why I started my fitness journey. I just started because we had to for sports, but I quickly fell in love with it, so it was easy to continue after that. Any specific goals I had at that age was mainly to get better at sports. So to get stronger, just put on strength to help me. My main sport was baseball, so I mainly wanted to get stronger to so I could throw farther, I could hit harder, and I could run faster. That was the main goals at that age. They were all sports specific. I didn't really put any like size or strength goals until after college when I got back home and I could focus on those things. Before everything was kind of sports related. Some of the early challenges when it comes to my fitness journey was hold on, I gotta fix something. All right. Yeah, some of the early challenges I had when it comes to my fitness journey was um I couldn't put on any weight. I couldn't put on any size, any muscle because I was so little. I was so active and I literally could not eat enough to couldn't eat enough to put on any size or strength because I was just burning everything off. I was going 90 nothing all the time and I could never put on any mass. So it wasn't really until after college when I started putting on some size and put on some pretty decent size and strength. I'm not gonna lie, I did get strong in high school. I got very strong for my size. I was still pretty small, but the highest I ever got in high school was 173 pounds. I'm 5'9", if that gives you any idea. But I got pretty strong. Like I was a lot stronger than what I should have been. But with that being said, I never could put on any size. So I say pretty lean, pretty small through high school, and then about the end of my college is when I kind of started putting on some more size. So how I overcame these obstacles, honestly, I really didn't. Like, I didn't overcome the size part until after college. Like, I was too active. I played sports all through high school. And then when I got to college, I was a cheerleader in college. So I actually played sports through college too. So I was very active then as well. So I really never put on that much size. I mean, I had more than like your average person. I was pretty strong and had some decent size to me, but I never overcame like this problem of not being able to put on weight until after college when I wasn't as active and I really could dial in like my diet and how much I was eating every day because I had a set schedule every day. Before it was always kind of different because I never know what I was gonna be doing. So that's just kind of how I overcame that putting on weight challenge early on in my fitness journey. So next, the physical transformations that I experienced. Uh, immediately, I gained strength. Like immediately, I noticed I got a lot stronger. Everybody gets those newbie gains when you're first starting out. You get strong real quick. I ain't gonna lie, I was weak. I think my very first bench press max was like 95 pounds. Like I think I had the bar and like a 25 on each side. And I think that was like my first ever max. It was bad. And that 95 pounds is bad. But I quickly put on some strength really quick. I mean, I was probably 115 pounds when I first started my fitness journey. So I was literally skin and bones. I was a little stick. But I immediately gained strength, got those newbie gains, and I took it really serious. Like I literally would work out during weight training at school, and then after practice that day, I would go back to the gym and literally work out again. I know this probably wasn't helping me, but I was addicted to it. I did it a lot, and that being said, I got very strong, and I learned a lot during that time. So I put on a little size. I got a little bigger. I mean, like I said, the highest I ever got in high school was 173, which is like going into my senior year, which was pretty big at the time because I started out at like 115. After my freshman year, I gained probably 20 pounds or so straight muscle. So I was probably 130, 135 going into my sophomore year. And then I got a little bit bigger every year. I probably gained around 20 pounds every year. So the next section is the mental and emotional impact that a fitness journey has had on me. So obviously with mental, it helped me gain more confidence. Like it boosted my confidence. I put on that strength and size, and now I felt like I could actually like protect myself. I felt stronger, more confident in my skin, in my body, and I didn't feel so shy or timid as much as I used to be because I was proud of who I was, proud of my body, I was proud of what I'd done. I knew I worked hard for what I had been doing. So like I wasn't, so shy and so timid because I worked hard and I got the results. So that's how it kind of impacted me mentally. But now, like mentally, it can impact me by relieving stress, things like that. Anytime I get all worked up, what I do, I just go to the gym, knock out a good workout, and honestly, it makes me feel better. It makes me feel better for myself, makes me feel better with like my surroundings and things like that. Next, the lifestyle changes. This one's huge. And when you start a fitness journey, your lifestyle is going to change, period. Like it's going to change drastically. And these are normally good changes. It's normally not anything that's going to affect you in a negative way. So, the main thing that changes about your lifestyle is you got to fit in time for a workout every day or every week, however your workout schedule is. You got to set aside time to actually go and do it. So this is gonna be a huge lifestyle change. You may not be used to going to the gym 4 times a week, and now all of a sudden you got to go. So that's another appointment you got to add to your schedule every single day. So that's gonna be the biggest lifestyle change. And then also another lifestyle change is what you're eating. You can't just eat all the junk food that you used to eat. So that's a huge lifestyle change. And then honestly, you'll just feel better. Like you'll probably get better sleep. You'll feel better. You'll be more confident. It's all changes for the better. Sleep patterns, honestly, I've never really had a problem with sleeping, but especially since I work out, like I sleep so much better because when you work out, your body's got to recover. So your body's going to want to go to sleep. Like you're naturally just going to get better sleep because your body's kind of worn out a little bit. So when you sleep and you repair, you feel a lot better because you feel rejuvenated when you wake up because your body's had that time to repair and recover while you're sleeping. So next section is building a support system. So it's important to have a community around you when you're working out. Have your best friend work out with you. Have your partner work out with you. Have a family that's supporting you. If these people ain't supporting you, then you need to find somebody else to be friends with because a fitness journey is not going to be easy. There's going to be days that it's going to be tough. It's going to be hard. You're going to need somebody to push you, to hold you accountable. So you need to build this support system. And it's best if you find somebody that'll do it with you. I mean, yeah, they don't necessarily have to do it with you, but if you got a friend or your spouse or somebody that can go to the gym with you and help hold you accountable and y'all can support each other, then it helps a lot. It's a whole lot easier that way. And it makes it more sustainable over a long period of time. So try to build that support systems. Share your positive experiences like with your friends, with your family, whoever, so they can kind of help guide you along the way. They can help give you advice. They can help push you, hold you accountable. When you know a day that you don't want to go to the gym, and they're gonna speak up and say, "Hey, I don't care that you are tired today. You need to go to the gym anyways." And if you have to, hire a personal trainer. A personal trainer can help you do this. They can hold you accountable. They can make things easy by telling you exactly what to do, when to be at the gym, what not to eat, what to eat. So take the guesswork out of it. The next one is maintaining consistency. So this is the biggest struggle for most people is they can always start a fitness journey, but they can't stick to it. They can't maintain it over time. So consistency is, in my opinion, the number one factor to a successful fitness journey. You don't have to have a perfect workout every time you work out. You don't have to go to the gym every single day. You don't even have to go to the gym every single week if you need to take a week off. But just being consistent over years is what will lead you to results. No, you don't have to work out for an hour and a half every single day, but you need to be going consistently, whether that be 30 minutes, an hour, 45 minutes, whatever you can, and do this consistently over days, over weeks, over months, and over years. And that's how you'll eventually get to your goals. You got to be consistent. You can't work out for a month, take off a month, work out for a month, take off 2 months. Like you can't do that. You got to be consistent. Just don't try to overdo it. If you can only work out 3 days a week, only schedule yourself 3 days a week. Because when you start missing days, that's when you start being harder on yourself and you start telling yourself you can't do it because you're missing days. So don't try to schedule yourself 5 days a week when you know you're not going to go 5 days a week or your schedule doesn't allow you to go for 5 days a week. So that's how you can kind of just stay consistent, set realistic goals, and this will help you. And don't miss. Like if you know you got to go that day, freaking go. Like don't miss. Don't make them an excuse. Just go. I suggest going in the morning. Do it before work. First thing you got to do, knock it out, and then guess what? There's nothing in the rest of your day that can change to keep you from doing that workout. Like if your schedule changes later in the day, oh well, you already got your workout done for that day. So wake up a little hour and a half earlier and get your butt in the gym. The gym's open that early, I promise. All gyms open at like 4 a.m. So it'll be open. Or some of them are even 24 hours. So wake your butt up and go a little earlier. It's not that hard. Once your body gets used to waking up a little earlier, you'll be fine. I wake up at 4 a.m. every single day. I'm used to it at this point. So it is what it is. And then another section is achieving your goals. So reflecting on some of the goals that I've achieved. Um, well, obviously back in high school, the goals were to get stronger, to get faster, to get to be able to like throw the ball farther, hit the ball farther. Obviously, honestly, I achieved all those. I got really strong pretty quick. I got super fast. That was a one plus for me. I was as a kid, I was always pretty fast for the most part. But when I started working out and started working on my legs really hard, I got really fast. Like I was pretty fast in high school. I played outfield. I played center field. Um, so most people know if you play center field, you got to be pretty quick to get to the ball. So yeah, that was speed was definitely on my side when it comes to high school. Other goals that I had, honestly, in college, my goal was just to be able to do some stunts, like hold the girls up without getting tired, worn out, things like that. Didn't have any like crazy goals. Obviously, I wanted to put on a little size in college, but when I got home, that's when I started taking my fitness journey really serious. Started eating enough calories each day. I put on a lot of weight. I got up to about 186 pounds before I started training for the Ironman, and that was the heaviest I ever got. So I definitely put on a lot of size, a lot of mass, and I achieved those goals there. So any new goals that I have right now, obviously the goal is Ironman. It's in less than a month away, so that's my goal right now. And then after the Ironman, I'm probably going to do a bulk to put back on, try to put some of the size back on that I've lost during all this training. I got pretty skinny. I'm down in the 160s now. I want to probably do a bulk and try to get back up to the 180s again, probably 185. And then once I get back there, once I put some of my muscle back on that I lost, then I'll probably lean down, do a cut. And I don't know, we'll go from there. I don't have any like crazy specific goals. Probably going to do a marathon at some point with my family, maybe a half marathon or something like that. So I'm going to continue to do running. I don't know if I'll continue doing the triathlon stuff, but we'll see. We'll see after how I feel after the Ironman. I may keep doing it. I don't know. We'll see. But I'm definitely gonna keep running in there. I probably start training and do some marathons and try to beat like certain times. I don't know yet. We'll see where it goes. But I'm definitely gonna get back in the gym, lifting weights, try to put back on some of that muscle that I lost. And the last section is life beyond fitness. So how has fitness impacted other aspects of my life? So such as like my work or my relationships. For one of my relationships, it's kind of brought me and my wife together a little bit because we bought a home gym. We got a garage gym now, and we use it to kind of work out together when we can. Our schedules don't always line up, but when we can, we'll get out there and we'll do a little workout together. And that's time that not only do we get to spend with each other, but we also get to spend that time working on ourselves. So it's like a win-win situation. You're working on yourself individually. We're also working on our relationship with each other because we're spending that time with each other. So for our relationships, it's been great. I actually prefer to work out in the gym, and my wife don't. But the days that we do work out, when our schedules align right, I try to work out in the gym with her. That way we can spend that time together. But how's it impacted like work and things like that? Honestly, it keeps me disciplined. Like a fitness journey it's created that discipline for me because like it it rolls over to work. So if I know I got a deadline at work and I got to hit it, like I got to get it done. Period. Like no excuses. Like you got to get it done. You got to go. Like I got to go to the gym that day, and I'm gonna go. I'm regardless, no matter what happens. So same thing at work. So I got something I got to get done at work. I'm gonna get it done that day, regardless if it's scheduled for that day. Period. So helps creating that consistency, showing up each and every day, even on the days you don't want to go to work. Still got to go regardless. Got to pay the bills. That's just how life works. And I think fitness kind of helps in all these aspects. So it can affect you more than you realize. So in conclusion, some of the key takeaways from my fitness journey is it keeps me in a better mood. Like It helps you mentally, helps you physically, helps you in your confidence, helps you not be afraid to look in that mirror when you pass by it. Uh, so yeah, I encourage you to start your own fitness journey. Get in the gym. You ain't got to do nothing crazy when you first start. Just start with the basics. Start with 3 days a week. Try to start eating healthier. Like it's not that hard to lose weight. It really is not. If you take it serious, if you be consistent, like it's really not that hard. You just gotta give it time. Most people are impatient. They don't wait long enough. They don't give enough time. They think they should see all these results in a month, 2 months, 3 months, and that's not the case. Like it's gonna take 6 months to a year before you really start seeing any progress. And then you're gonna have to continue that over time to really get where you want to be. I've been working out for 10 years now, and I'm still nowhere near where I want to be. So you gotta be patient. You gotta play the long game when it comes to fitness. So that leads us into the fitness quote for the podcast. And today's quote is from none other than David Goggins. So if you don't know who David Goggins is, he was a Navy SEAL, and now he runs a lot of like ultra marathons. He's a super motivational guy. You've probably seen him online if you don't know his name. He's all over the internet, everywhere nowadays, and he's like that tough minded, no excuses type of individual. So it's very hard when it comes to that. So his quote is, "Motivation is crap. Motivation comes and goes. When you're driven, whatever's in front of you will get destroyed." So I'll read it again. Motivation is crap. Motivation comes and goes. When you're driven, whatever's in front of you will get destroyed. So this is true. Like motivation it's like a roller coaster. It's gonna be up and down. You're not gonna be motivated every day. When you first start your fitness journey, you're probably gonna be pretty motivated because it's something new, something fresh. But as a month goes by, you're gonna get tired of it, you can get bored of it, and that motivation is going to drop, and you're not going to want to go. You're not going to keep doing it. So you can't rely on motivation. You can't rely on it because it's not always going to be there. Trust me. I know this firsthand. There's plenty of days I don't want to go to the gym. There's plenty of days I don't want to get up that early in the morning. There's plenty of days it would be way easier to just stay in the bed and sleep in for an extra hour and a half, then go to work. So you can't rely on motivation. Yeah, motivation is great. When it's there, it's great. And it'll help push you and it'll help encourage you to go farther, go harder. But you need to figure out what your actual goals are, set specific goals, and like don't let nothing stop you. Put your blinders on, see the light at the end of the tunnel, and go get it. Like whatever's in front of you, you better run through it. You better keep going. So that motivation is not going to lead to lasting success. You need that inner drive. You got to find that deep down what you really want to do with your life. If it's something you're not very like driven about, then it's probably not something you should be focusing a lot of time on. And I know you may be saying, "Well, I'm not driven about working out." Well, yeah, working out with weights may not be your thing, but there's something that in fitness that can be your thing. Like it may be yoga, maybe Pilates, maybe CrossFit, maybe something, maybe calisthenics, or you may just like to walk or run. Like there's all kinds of things. You got to find something that you enjoy and go get it. You got to have that inner drive and that commitment so that you can overcome these obstacles when they happen because they're going to happen. And that way you can achieve your goals if you're being consistent over time. So yeah, don't just rely on motivation. You got to find that inner drive deep down inside of whatever it is you're trying to do. So that's going to be the podcast today. I appreciate y'all hanging out with me. That was the episode about how fitness has impacted my life and changed my life for the better, and why I'll continue to do my fitness journey. I don't see me stopping anytime soon because it's part of my life at this time. At this part, like I mean, at this time, it's literally just part of my lifestyle. It's easy now because I've ingrained it into me, so that I never really will stop. I don't believe unless something crazy happens. But yeah, I suggest start your own fitness journey. You won't regret it. Be patient. Keep your blinders on. There's always your goal. You if as long as you're consistent, you'll get there. But yeah, thanks for hanging out. Follow me on my socials, Murphy Mac Fit on pretty much everything out there. Follow my YouTube. I'm trying to get my YouTube to 500 subscribers. So follow my YouTube. It's at Murphy McCammon. Yeah, I post all my shorts and reels and things on there. So got some good luck, motivational content on there. If y'all like it, check it out. Give me a subscribe. Give the podcast a rating. 5 stars if you can. Like, subscribe, share it with your friends. I'm trying to spread the word of the podcast so we can help as many people as possible. So we can try to help people get started. That's the whole point of the podcast. It's called the Fitness Beginner because I want people to begin their fitness journey, basically. So yeah, appreciate y'all. Tune in next week for another episode of the Fitness Beginner Podcast. Peace, love, protein. We out.